You know, before the RTX 4090 launched a few weeks ago, all you had to do to bring a flagship GPU to its knees was throw it a demanding game at 4K, slap on some ray tracing, and boom, it was begging for mercy. You know what I mean? But now we got this guy, the RTX 4090, that just pretty much chews through every single thing I throw at it. Doesn't matter if it's at 4K, ultra settings, ray tracing, even without DLSS, the thing's an absolute beast. And I'm sick of it. It was exciting at first, but now the challenge is gone. There's no more challenge anymore.
Taking all the fun out of the job.
So today, I'm gonna pit the RTX 4090 against 25 million pixels on my triple 4K 144 Hz gaming monitor setup to make it finally sweat a little bit. Gosh darn it. You starting to get a little nervous? You get a little nervous, aren't you? You sweating? You sweating? You get a little, oh, you get a little hot. You get a little hot. Or is that just your power adapter? Too soon? Too soon. Before we continue, special thanks to Keeps for sponsoring this video. Keeps is unmatched when it comes to hair loss prevention for men because they offer the most effective solution for keeping as much of your hair as possible. Proven by the millions of guys Keeps has already saved from going bald. Their service is also super convenient. You can meet discreetly with a doctor online and have products sent to your doorstep every 3 months so you never have to go to the outside place. Currently, there's only 2 FDA-approved hair loss products on the market, and Keeps offers generic versions for both, making them safe and effective without breaking the bank. Statistically, most men experience some form of hair loss by the time they're 35, but taking preemptive measures is the best method of saving your hair, especially since it can take up to 6 months to see results. Just go to keeps.com/bitwit or click the link in the description below to receive 50% off your first order. Give your hair the love it deserves and try Keeps today. So we've got 3 4K displays, which essentially gives us around 25 million pixels that we need to render on this RTX 4090. And this is pretty much as close as I can get to testing the RTX 4090 on an 8K display, because 8K is around 33 million pixels, which is a decent amount higher than 25, but not a huge stretch. So this gives us some kind of an indication of what the RTX 4090 could do if you did have an 8K gaming monitor, which not many of us do, and not many of us plan to get anytime soon, but it's still really interesting nonetheless to test the capabilities and the limitations of new hardware like the RTX 4090. So I've got these displays here. We're gonna start off with Red Dead Redemption 2, but before I do, a quick note about the testing hardware. The PC that we're running with is a AMD Ryzen 9 7950X, which is running stock. Now I could have gone with the Core i9 13900K, which I have on hand, in case any of you guys are doubting me. I have it, even though I didn't do a review, because I didn't get it up in time. You know, it's still here, I got it. Haha, which one is it? Right here, I've got it right here. There it is. It's still in the box. I know, Intel's probably waiting for me to do a content piece on it. I'm gonna do it soon, but I don't have the test bed set up quite yet for this. And yes, this is a faster gaming chip on average over the Ryzen 9 7950X, but it's single-digit performance gains that we're talking about here. It's not a landslide victory. If a 7950X can't run a game, then this probably can't either. It maybe does a little bit better, but it's not a game changer, right? They're pretty comparable. That being said, we've got an Asus ROG, not a Strix, Crosshair X670E Hero and 32 gigs of G.Skill Trident Z5 Neo DDR5 6400 speed AMD Expo DRAM, PCIe Gen 4 NVMe SSD, 1200 watt power supply. Okay, we're gonna jump into Red Dead Redemption 2. We're gonna start with that, which is a fairly demanding game when you crank up the settings. 11520 by 2160, that's the resolution. We're gonna switch this to full screen. It was in windowed borderless. Sometimes you get different frame rates, different performance based on if you're running in full screen versus windowed. So I'm gonna do that. VSync is off. We're gonna put the overall quality of this game to max. We're gonna leave DLSS disabled for now. DLSS is off. We're not giving it any benefit of the doubt. I just wanna see what the raw performance is in a maxed out game like this. Let's go ahead and jump in. We got Afterburner right here. Hold on, that's not right. We can't be getting 80 frames per second. Oh, I think we need to reset the game. We need to restart the game for the settings to apply. Hold on. Okay, all right. Wait, whoa, we're still getting over 60 FPS. 70 frames per second? No way. It can't be that fast. I think Afterburner is drunk or something. CPU's usage is at 1%. Doesn't sound right. Okay, we're at 70 frames per second. That is actually insane. At first I was like, maybe the frame rate counter isn't working because the CPU monitoring clearly isn't accurate, but like I can tell, like, this is not a low frame rate. It's super smooth. Okay, we're actually gonna have to try a little bit harder than I thought to put the RTX 4090 through its paces. Okay, it's dipping to 60, 59. Okay, it's not invincible. Whoa, bro, I'm trying to shoot a video. What's going on here? Yo, just chill out with some headshots. Some headshots should help you chill out. Okay, even though it's dipping below 60 FPS at some points, that is still way better than I expected. Let's see what DLSS does. I'm gonna set DLSS to quality. I might need to reset the game or restart the game. Let's see if that actually took. Oh yeah, it definitely went up. We're at 80 or mid 80s. That bumped us up about 10 frames per second on average. And the game still looks fantastic because we're on quality, not performance or ultra performance. 4090 is a stupid fast card. Friggin' frick, bro. Friggin' frick. I should feed my horse. The crazy thing is like, this makes you sort of realize that the 4090 is actually a pretty good value because there's no way in hell that the 3090 or the 3090 Ti would be able to get close to the performance of what this is doing, right? So if you're like a gamer in the upper echelon, gaming on triple 4K displays or an 8K monitor per se, the price that the 4090 is going for right now, when you look at the prices of what flagship 30 series cards were going for just a few months to a year ago, this is a much better value. And I just got eaten by a croc. Come on, bro. Let's not do this right now. Okay, it's fine. You know what? I will have my vengeance, Mr. Crocodile, and I will skin you just to send a message that you are a dick. Yeah, does that feel good? That feels real good, doesn't it? I'm gonna make some new shoes out of you. Okay, I'm actually still disappointed that that we haven't been able to crush the 4090 just yet. So why don't we switch games and see if we can do better? All right, we're in Halo Infinite now, which is a surprisingly demanding game. And this is actually a title that needs high frame rates, right? Because it's a first-person shooter, as opposed to like Red Dead Redemption 2, you can get away with like 60, 70 FPS and be totally fine because it's third person. I mean, you can switch to first person, but for the most part, this is a much faster paced game that relies on fast, high FPS. So we're gonna be running it again at 11520 by 2160 at ultra settings, and I am super rusty in this game. So you're just gonna focus on that frame rate counter and you can just ignore all my gameplay, that's fine. Okay, wow, 70 frames per second. That seems to be the sort of sweet spot that we're at here. I've actually never played Halo Infinite at this resolution. This is kind of insane. Ah! I still suck, despite the wider field of view. Okay, we're getting like 70, 80 FPS here. Dipping into the 60s, definitely. So I'd say between 60 and 80, it's kind of a wide spread. CPU still at 1%, nice. Okay, I will say that if you are gaming on a triple 4K display and you like to play Halo Infinite regularly, you're probably gonna want higher than 70 FPS on average, right? Because it's a fast game. But like, it's just insane, the generational uplift. I guess that's what happens when you have a GPU that's been out for 2 years, right? 30 series was out for about 2 years. Nvidia had a lot more time to focus on and to build up the 4090 and to really optimize it than they usually do for GPU launches, where it's like generally a year apart. Yeah, so yeah, it'd be a little embarrassing if the people I'm playing right now knew that I was gaming on triple 4K displays with a 4090 and I'm still getting crushed this hard. And despite wanting higher frame rates in this game, it is still very playable at 60 to 80 FPS. Like, I'll be honest, this is a really good experience and pretty epic on triple 4K displays, I must say. All right, I'm gonna finish out this round so I don't let my teammates down, even though I'm not doing a fantastic job of helping them out right now. I guess I just helped them right there. But then we'll switch to the final game, and it's gonna be the most demanding of the 3 that we're testing today. And maybe that'll finally be enough to bring the 4090 to its knees. Cyberpunk 2077, the modern day crisis of our generation. This is the most demanding game that I've found for any GPU on the market. So we're gonna max it out here. Ultra ray tracing, yes. We're gonna start with DLSS off. Okay, if Halo and RDR2 got around 70 FPS, this is gonna be around 55, like mid 50s. Oh, wow, I was way off, boy. Look at that. Damn, oh, look at this. I'm actually so happy right now. We've managed to crush the RTX 4090. As a reviewer, I'm always trying to push hardware to its limits, and I finally have, for this particular GPU. And it feels so good. Look at that, 30 frames per second. Oh God, it's awful. The chop fest is real, bro. This game is so taxing that our CPU is actually at 2% utilization now. Look at that. 3. Oh my goodness. Calm down, 7950X. You're gonna overwork yourself. RTX 4090 is slow. What a piece of garbage this card is. Let's just see what happens if we put DLSS to quality. Does it become playable then? Because right at 30 FPS, it's not playable. Oh, it's still not. It's still, the frame rate hasn't bumped up much at all. We're still in the 30s. Okay, let's bump it up a bit. Balanced, still pretty chop, even though we're in the mid 40s now, low 40s. This is not the level of fluidity I would prefer to play at. Let's try performance. Okay, now we're at high 40s. It is notably, it's crazy actually how much smoother high 40s is than low 40s. This is actually not too bad, but I could see like if I was in a really intense firefight, how this would be not so great. Final setting, ultra performance. Wow, that bumped up a lot. Now we're in the 60s. The game still looks pretty good, all things considered. You can tell that like things like out in the distance aren't quite as crispy as they are without DLSS or even with DLSS in quality mode, but you'd much rather take this than a really low frame rate. It's still pretty crazy. With ultra performance, the fact that I'm able to play this game very comfortably, getting 75 frames per second now, I guess the 4090 is kind of a fast card. Okay guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this stupid quick little demo that I did. I hadn't really seen many people test this card with triple 4K displays. I had seen some reviews with 8K testing. I do feel like triple 4K is still a bit more popular than a single 8K display right now because 4K displays have been more readily available on the market for a longer time. So it just stands to reason that there's a higher number of people who bought 3 of those 4K monitors as opposed to the more early adopters who have just purchased an 8K monitor. But feel free to let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Does this demo change your perspective of the 4090 at all or not? Let me know. And if you have any other ideas on weird random testing that you'd like me to do with this card, please let me know. Videos like this are always kind of random but super fun, and sometimes you learn something in the process. So guys, thank you so much for watching this one. It's gonna do it for now. Toss a like on it if you enjoyed it, get subscribed for more tech content on the way, and I'll see y'all in the next video.